Hi everybody, Ben here from Art Less Ordinary. So tonight I am going to do some flip cup coasters. So I've got my 6 coasters here and I've got my paints mixed up, which are blues. So I'm using Eraldo di Paulo paint, which is this brand. So I've got white, I've got a dark blue, which is cool blue with a little bit of black. Then I have this one here, which is it's a limited edition color called Tropical Teal. Then I've got black, and then I've got cool blue. And I'm going to put silicone in them. So I've just got Helmars silicone oil. I'm going to put probably 2 to 3 drops. So the white, 1, 2. This one I'm going to put 3 because it kept thickening up, so I had to keep adding water. 2 in that one, 2 in that one, and 2 in that one. So they were virtually mixed paint with my pouring medium, which is Elmers Glue All, 65% water, 35%, but they were still too thick. So I added water to all of them but the Tropical Teal, because that one wasn't too thick. So I made all the others thinner to meet that one, which was the thinnest paint. So you always do it that way. So you work out which one is your thinnest color, and then you add little bits of water at a time until you get all of your paints at the same consistency as your thinnest paint. So, and it's still quite warm here, so sometimes they do thicken up as you go, so keep checking your consistency. Especially this one I'm going to keep checking, because it's every time I check it, it's thicker, it's gone thicker again. Seems alright at the moment. So which colour would be the easiest? Probably the teal. So it is leaving a mound and drizzling off. It's relatively thick. So same as what I would do if I was to do a normal flip cup. So what I've got is I'm going to use these as my flip cups, my little silicone container. If that doesn't work on the first one, then I'll swap to a plastic container. But I'm hoping that these work, because I'm going to start using these, because can't get plastic very easily anymore. So I don't want to start with white, so I'm actually going to go reverse. I'm going to start over this side, and you just want a little bit in, because I'm hoping to get 2 layers. So I hope you guys can see that cup on the screen. I hope it hasn't vanished. So we'll see how the first one turns out, and then we can adjust accordingly if we need to. So I probably have a lot of paint here. I mixed up 40 grams paint, 40 grams pouring medium, and then added some water to it. Now I'm not going to be able to do 2 full layers, so I'm just going to add maybe that one, and then the lighter teal. Now what I've done is I have taped my little resting cups, which are just old cups that have got dried paint in them, to the bottom, so they're a bit easier to handle. Now these silicone cups do actually flex a little bit, which makes it slightly harder. Okay, so You can flip it, but because these are a little bit flexible, I decided to move the move the coaster on top of it that way. Now it is really just a matter of doing your normal flip and drag. So I might move it across a little bit. Flip and drag. I've got cells popping up already. Alright, put that there. There could be too much paint. I don't actually know because I haven't done flip cut coasters before. So I'm putting some gloves on because I forgot to before. But the problem may be is I may end up making my gloves quite dirty, so I may have to actually do the 6 cups first and then start doing some tilting. Otherwise I'm going to keep getting dirty hands back on everything. But now that I've got this little cup underneath, I can kind of maneuver around a little bit. So I'm just spreading it out. I may give it a tiny, I might torch afterwards, because I can always re-tilt if I have to. So just want to go over the edges. And I didn't go over that edge. Alrighty. Now I'm just going to place it down. So I did get paint on my gloves, which is telling me I probably should pour all my paints into my little cups first. So, and the good thing about this is, if you actually don't like one, just tip it off and do it again, because there should be enough paint here to do if you make one that you're not as pleased with. So I've got my heat gun on very low, and I'm going to hold it up high. Getting a little bit closer. So for now I'm going to leave that one. My mix seems a little bit thick, I believe. I might just add a tiny little bit of water into all of them before I do the next one. Sorry if my table's wobbling. So I am going to make an effort to try and get 2 full layers if I can in. Okay, so we're just going to get all the cups ready and just start from there. So you can't see this on camera, I don't think, but I'm just going to put a little bit in. Whoops, that was a little bit more than the other one. Put a tiny bit more. And they don't all have to be the same exactly. You just kind of want the similar colours in there. Now I'm going a little bit of the black. So I really am trying to do the smallest of layers. To see if I can get 2 full layers in. Now the tropical teal. So you just layer these like you would a normal flip cup, just a lot less paint. Now we're going the navy blue, or the dark blue. I still believe this is my thickest paint. Feels even when I'm stirring it, but it feels different when I'm pouring it out of the cup. Now we're going white. So if I'm to put less colour in, I'm going to go less white and less black and more of the blues. Okay, that's all the white. Now I'm going to stop for 1 second. I'm sweating a lot, and you don't want any of your sweat to drip into your paints, so fix that up. And then go back to the cool blue. Yeah, the cool blue is quite thick as well. So it's both of the ones that have the cool blue in it seem to continuously thickening up. Okay, so I'm not going to be able to fit a lot more in, so I'm going to go back to the teal. So for this second layer, I'm going to skip both the black and the white. And just go medium blue, light blue, dark blue. I've definitely got a good amount of paint in these cups. So if you feel like you have made a mistake, I can easily redo one, or just make up less paint next time. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to pick up this, put it like that, and then turn it over. And just keep doing that with all of them. Gotta keep watching my sweat drips, because the salt and the extra water makes a difference in your pores. So I just have to be very careful that I don't go in the paint. And these are just wooden coasters. Okay. Now if these ones 5 look different to the first one, I'm going to scrape the first one and redo it. So I'm just leaving them for a very short time to settle in. And now let's flip it. Whoops, that didn't go to plan. So let's just move that paint to the middle. Okay. Yeah, it's coming out the cup really thick. That one ended up getting a wiggle in it. So did that one. That could look cool. Who knows? So I'm just going to maneuver these so the paint is actually in the middle, so they can spread out that way. Alrighty. Now I can start tilting. Just make sure that you don't tilt the paint off over another coaster. And when you do go and tip the paint off, that you've covered the sides too. Just a little bit more. There we go. Treat it like a canvas. Bring the paint back to the middle once you finish tilting. My cups look cool. Alright, there we go, over there. This one, the sticky tape or masking tape isn't holding onto the cup to the coaster as good. Okay. So that one's got a bit of a ribbon running through it, which I actually don't mind. I like the colours in that one. a lot of the darker colours come through more. A lot of the dark's going to get tilted off because I've got to get over the edge on this one. And this one's got a slight ribbon running through it too. Over the edge. Come on, paint, you can do it. Okay. So before I take my gloves off, I'm actually going to scrape this first one. So I'm just pushing the paint off. And I'm going to see if I can do another one using the same. So dark blue first, no, the medium blue, then the black, then the turquoise, then the darkest blue, then the white, then the three blues again. Medium blue, turquoise, teal, and then lucky last, the dark blue. Now, oops. Leave it there for a minute. So you're best to try and do all these in one go so the colours are quite even. Oh, we missed a little bit of paint on that edge. That's okay. You can touch it up slightly, but you don't want to over touch up the edges because they will be seen more being a coaster. Alright, now let's flip this one. And this is going to go over the edge a lot easier because it's already got the paint on the edges. Alrighty. That's good enough. It's a bit dark, but I like it. Now I'm going to get my gloves off because I cannot do stuff without worrying about drips landing in one of the other artworks. Or coasters. So we're going to get the blowtorch out. And we're going to go from a bit of a height. You can see if bubbles popping. Now see if I can get a couple of cells to come up. Always just go a little bit easier at first. Okay, so these are looking good, but there is an exception. Number one again. Just doesn't have the look that the others have. So, as much as I like the colours in it, that's getting scraped. Which is fine. What might have happened is I used a cup I had already used, so I'm going to get a fresh one. And we're going to start again. Dark blue. A little bit of black. Not much. I feel like it's the black and the white that are causing more issues. Some teal. Some dark blue. Some white. Some medium blue again. Or cool blue. More teal. And last of all, the dark blue. Now, I don't know how I'm going to do this without getting dirty. Oh well. I got to paint with, I got to work with paint on my fingers all the time. I wash my hands, but some colours, especially blues and blacks, don't come out of my fingers as easy. Okay, so let's hope I get similar to these this time. Make that paint go in the middle. So the issue I think I've found is when I get cells come up before I tilt. So I'm going to put another pair of gloves on. And I'm going to try and tilt this one straight away. So then hopefully I get something very close to the others. I think we have a winner there. Now just going to have to torch it. I actually quite like the ones that have the ribbons. So these three seem to have ribbons in them, those two don't, and that one there is going to have a ribbon through it. So I quite like that look in it. So I'm not going to redo those. But I'm going to keep that look in mind. Would have been nice if I got some more lighter ones in there. But overall, it suits the others better than what it was. So I'm not going to fuss with it. I'm going to try a different brand of paints. So I often have found that I stopped using these because they were giving me unusual cells. So I'm going to try this again using Montmart and see what happens there. But I'll use different colours and yeah, just have a bit of fun, see how it works out. But while I'm here, I've got a lot of paint left over. So have I got a bigger cup? Trying to find a larger cup so I can pour these into, ready to do a flip cup. You know what? I have this. So these are my new cups, well, mixing containers that I've been going to use, is these ones. So I'm going to do a couple of layers of each colour. I usually mix them in these cups and not so much tip them, not so much do a flip cup from it, but we will see. For now, I just want to get the paint into a cup I can seal over, and then I can actually do the flip cup tomorrow, because I need to start packing up. There's no point wasting the paint. If I didn't use silicone in it, I could have put this in a container and mixed it with a bit of water and used it as a flow extender for when I do anything where I want the paint to flow a bit better. But because I've added silicone in it, I don't like to use it as a flow extender for that reason. But yeah, definitely got a decent amount of paint left over, so as you can see, I've got nearly a full container. I can put a lid or cling wrap onto that, put that aside and actually do a pour tomorrow. So what do we think of these flip cups in coaster style? I'm quite pleased with them. So I will get the camera down and bring you in for a close-up, but I think that they'll actually look quite good. So I've only got 6 in this set. you can always make extras. I think I'm going to leave it as the 6 until I get the exact pattern I like, and then I'll make another lot and have a bit more. But I'll bring you down for a close-up. Okay, there you go. Oh wow, I didn't realise it had been 35 minutes. Sorry guys. So here's the first one. See, I like those ribbons. I think those ribbons have actually come out quite well. Here's another one. Third one with another ribbon. I think the ribbons add that little bit of extra dimension in something so small. It's kind of got a yin-yang thing going on. Another one. And then the last one. So I'm quite pleased with this. I think they'll look better when they're dry and I get them in much better lighting. But yeah, so I hope you guys like this. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I will show the dried results another time in an upcoming video. But yeah, so let me know what you think. So comment, like the video, share the video, and subscribe if you have not already. And I will see you soon for another pour. Alright, have fun everyone. Bye.